Hi, my name is Antonio Gastelum, and I'm a partner at MEG International Council with offices in San Diego and Houston. Today we're going to continue with one of the FAQs, or frequent asked questions, that we get the most. And one of those is, I want to immigrate to the US. How much taxes will I have to pay, and how do I minimize or avoid them? The answer when we come back. Join us. Well, the answer to I want to immigrate to the US and how much taxes that will they have to pay? Well, the answer is the two most important types of taxes to keep in mind are income taxes and transfer taxes. Now, many of you may not have heard of these taxes as transfer taxes, but they are or include estate tax, gift tax, and generation skipping transfer tax. This last tax is also called the GSTT, and basically that's when instead of inheriting your children, you inherit your grandchildren or any subsequent generations. And when you do that, well, there's an added tax or an extra tax that you need to pay in order to skip your children or that generation. So that's why it's called the generation skipping transfer tax. But as far as the income tax is concerned, the tax rate is directly related to the total income and deductions claimed. As far as transfer taxes are concerned, even though it's true that tax rates are related to the market value of the assets at the time of the transfer, whether alive or dead, paying taxes is somewhat linked to the owner's total exemptions. And while citizens and residents, whether legal or undocumented, have in 2019 an exemption which is equivalent to $11.4 million per person, non-resident foreigners only have an exemption equivalent to $60,000. And yes, you heard that right. There is a huge difference between these amounts because the U.S. government is not interested in giving the same tax benefits to foreign citizens. There exist contradictions among different legal commentators due to the amendments to the law made in January 2013, which at that time, the generation skipping transfer tax was omitted from the uniform treatment of foreigners and citizens or residents alike, like the other two transfer taxes, when the exemption was still at $1 million. However, when the exemption was increased later on, the omission was not corrected, which pretty much has kept up in the air whether the $11.4 million of GSTT exemption also applies to foreigners. We are of the thought or the frame of mind that they do, and so they should be entitled to that exemption as well. But keep in mind that there are ways to legally plan for a decrease and in some cases the removal of those taxes. It is important to clarify to you that planning for one tax is not necessarily compatible with planning for any of the other taxes. This means that income tax planning may not necessarily mix well with estate or gift tax planning. A lot of people want to have one overall strategy or single plan that meets all their objectives, but this is impossible because both tax types or tax systems are different. So I hope this was a satisfactory answer and that you enjoy learning a little bit more about it. And please join us for the next. And if you still have any questions, please call us and schedule an appointment so we can discuss any concerns that you might have. Okay, and we'll see you in the next. Thank you.